chapter 7, beginning with verses number 7, verses number 1 and 2. In Matthew chapter 7, in verses number 1 and 2, as you heard in your hearing, judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judges ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure you meet, it shall be measured to you again. And then in verse, and I just want to talk to you very briefly about the judging others. I grew up I was raised by my grandmother, and I was always taught growing up, you know, that you can't look at the cover, you can't judge a book by the cover of what's lit, of what's inside of that book. And so I came from actually a home that we didn't have a lot. And man, there's a lot of times that we barely had enough to actually eat from, from one day to another. So I know what it means to actually have something and to actually look down on people. Because I've had so many people that actually look down on me and say that, oh, he's not going to be worth anything, growing up. But sometimes in our lifetime, we have to stop looking down on people because we don't know what those people are going through in their life. We don't know what kind of home they came from. We don't know what life is at the hold for them. We don't know whether or not that person that's going through whatever they're going through. And many times when we look at those persons, we say to ourselves sometimes, oh, they can do better than what they're doing. But we don't know that. Because people sometimes are not what they seem to be. In other words, you can't look at a person on the outside and tell what that person is going through on the inside. Because what they're going through on the inside is not a representation of who that person are. You remember that actually the book, actually Einstein, when you look at Einstein, he was not the most apt or the most educated person, but he was one of the most people that could help us look at Einstein, which was the light bulb or whatever it was that he discovered. Amen. So sometimes when we look at people, let's stop looking at people for what they have, rather than look at people for what they are. Amen. Because we don't know what they have in their possession. We don't know whether or not the person, whatever they're going through in life, we don't know whether those people are going through that because of the fact of they don't have any other choice in the matter, or that they put themselves in that type of situation. And so many times we say, oh, that person does not have to live like that. Or that person, and many times we look at people because of where they come from. Amen. Or the house that they live in. Yeah. Amen. Or the car that they drive. Or the clothes that they wear. Amen. But we should refrain from doing that, because when we start judging others, the same judgment that we put toward others is the same judgment that's being meted out toward us. And the Bible talks about that we see the little small, when we look at others, we see the little small dust or speck that's in someone else's eyes. But yet and still, we don't see the whole plant that's in our eyes. We can see what others are doing. We can see what others are going through. We think we do. Amen. But we fail to look at ourselves. We need to start looking at ourselves and see what can we do to help whoever they're going through. What can we do to help that person get through what they're going through? Amen. So sometimes let's stop looking at people from the outside and trying to judge people from the outside, because we don't know what that person is going through on the inside. Amen. So, and then when we look at verse 3, it talks about when you look and speak, when we look at others and everything. My grandmother used to tell me, before you start judging others, first what you need to do is sweep the dust from around your own door. And when you begin to sweep the dust from around your own door, you can see that you can't judge others by what they are going through in their life. Amen. So, my brothers and sisters, what I'm trying to say to you is that God himself is he's all our master. Amen. God keeps us all. We all belong to God. Amen. We all belong to him. And if we all belong to him, let's carry ourselves in such a way that we don't judge others for what they're going through. Rather, we look at ourselves. Because when we begin to look at others, amen, and point at what others are going through, don't forget that you have 4 fingers that are pointing back at you. 3. Amen. And you have others also that are pointing back at you. So when we start looking at what others are going through and how others can be living better than what they are doing, we cannot judge others. The Bible in verse 3 says, why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there is a plank in your own eye? In other words, what it's saying here is that when we begin to judge others and look at what others are going through, and the little small speck that they have in their eye, we got a whole plank in our own eye. Amen. And if we remove the plank from our own eye, we will see, amen, the speck that's on the other eye, that it does not really matter as much as we thought it did. God himself judges us the way we judge others. So when we begin to judge others for what they are going through, or begin to judge others for the way they look, or the way they talk, or many times the things that they say, or where they going, the clothes that they wear, where they live and stuff, don't forget, God also judges us. Amen. So, and we, now there's nothing wrong with righteous judging. I can righteous judge. Amen. If I see my brother or my sister out there doing something wrong, and I know it's scripturally wrong, I can pull that person off to the side, and I can say to that person, my brother, my sister, you should not be doing this because this is spiritually wrong. That's righteously judging. Amen. But that's not what he's talking about here. Amen. When I righteously judge someone, I'm righteously judging them according to the Bible. Amen. And we can do that. But let's be careful when we righteously judge also. That we don't get that person in such a condition, in such a situation, and embarrass that person in front of others. Amen. Pull that person off to the side and talk to that person. Say, my brother or my sister, let me tell you about something. Let me show you something in the Bible that will help you get through whatever you're going through. Amen. So there's nothing wrong with righteous judging. But that's not what the Bible is talking about. We can righteously judge others, but when we judge others according to the way we think they ought to live, or the way we think they ought to be doing the things that we think they ought to be doing, that's wrong. Amen. And we have to stand before God for that. Amen. I told y'all I was going to make it sweet. God bless y'all. God bless you. God bless you. Now, I want to tell you a story. With that being said, the story of the gospel of Christ. It is simply the good news. How he died, how he was buried, and how he rose again. And we too must go through the exact same thing that Jesus did. Jesus, God the Father, sent his only Son down through 42 generations for us. Amen. To bring us back unto him. And the good news is simply how he died, how he buried, and how he rose again. Now, many of us have heard the gospel. Many of us have heard the good news. Many of us know what the gospel is. The problem is how do you obey it? See, it's all right to know something, but first of all, you must know how to obey what it is that you have. So, it's okay, it's good to know that the gospel is death, burial, resurrection. The problem is, how do you obey that? Well, I'm glad you asked me that. Because the very first thing that you must do is you must hear that gospel. The gospel is simply good news. How he died, how he buried, and how he rose again. And then the second thing in obedience to the gospel is you must believe it. You got to believe that Jesus Christ died, that he was buried, and that he rose again on the third day with all power in his hand. And then the third thing, you must repent. Well, what is repentance, Brother Ty? Well, I'm glad you asked me that also. Because repentance means that you have to change the way you think. It's a mind thing. Amen. In other words, you change your mind. Amen. About the way you see things, about the way you talk, about the way you study, about the things that you go. And it's a whole mindset change. Amen. And then the next thing, you must confess. Now, I don't want to know what you did last night, last evening, or anything like that, because I don't care what you did. The Bible says that you must confess that he is the Son of God, that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. It's the same confession that was made in the 8th chapter. Amen. So, and then you must be washed. You got to be washed up. In other words, you got to be cleaned up. Amen. But the cleansing is done from the inside out. Amen. When you go down into the water, you look the same way when you come out on the outside. But it ain't about the outside anymore. It's about the inside. God cleans you up from the inside out. Amen. In other words, he performs a circumcision on you, not outwardly. Amen. But inwardly. Amen. That you still going to have the habit, many the habit that you went into the water with. But God never said that he was going to change the habit. He said, he would give you the mindset to be able to change those habits. Amen. So you might come out with the same habit. And when it comes to habit, it takes a while, many times, to get rid of the habit that you have. Amen. Amen. Hello? And many of us have been in the church years and years. They're still fighting with the habit that we had when we first went in the water. Amen. Come on. Amen. Because it's not going to happen overnight. You see, being a Christian, a true Christian, and it does not happen overnight. In other words, it's a growth process. You grow into being a true Christian. Amen. You still going to have the same habit. Satan still going to come at you. Amen. But what it does is give you a stronger mindset to be able to say, Satan, get away. Amen. Amen. So you might not be able to get away with this. Come out of the water, you're going to have some of the same habits. But God's going to give you the mindset to get out of there. And you know what he does then? And then he adds you to his body. Or what is that body? The body of the church. Amen. And it's not this building. Amen. Amen. Because this building is a place where we come and worship. Amen. But he adds you to his body. Amen. Which is he adds you to him. Amen. And you become one of his. Amen. And then the Bible says that you got to live faithfully. Amen. Did it say you're not going to make mistakes? No, it does not say that. Amen. Because we all going to make mistakes and fall short of the glory of God. But we can't use that as an excuse. Amen. Well, you know what? I'm just human. God already knows that. Mm-hmm. Amen. Amen. But you can't say, well, God knows my heart, because that's true. He does. Amen. So when we start using excuses like that, amen, we're reckoning for sin. Amen. We try to make excuses for why we sin. But we can't do that. Nope. Amen. Because God already knows your heart. He already knows you're just human. Amen. But what it does, it gives you mindset to realize that through God, all things are possible. So whatever we're going through in life, no matter what that sin is, that sin is not stronger than God is. Amen. I don't care what it is. And when people say that they got a drug habit and they can't get rid of it, I say you need God in your life. Because that drug habit ain't stronger than what God is. Amen. God can get you through it. I know. Because I used to have a problem. So if I know if God got me through it, he can get you through it too. So there ain't nothing that we can go through that God can't get us through. Amen. If God can't get you through. But you know what it is, probably? We don't want to give it up. Amen. Amen. And we use that excuse and we say, well, I can't give it up. It's just too strong for me. Sure it is, because that's what Satan wants you to do. As long as you do it like Satan wants you to do, that's all he wants. He just wants that crack. I say I wasn't going to say that much. Amen. But you know what? All Satan wants is a crack. You ain't got no one to hold door for him. You just let him crack the door. He gonna come in. And once he comes in, it's hard to get him out. Amen. Amen. God bless you. God keep you. If you would, please stand on your feet. If you need prayer,
know it was